Hi, hi, hi. Good morning, everyone. Sorry for connecting late. I have some tripod difficulties. All right, so I'll just give it a minute so everyone can join. Hi, good morning. Okay, just to give you a quick intro, today it's a flexibility flow, mainly targeting the lower body towards the splits. So expect to have some movement related to hip mobility, leg flexibility. Um, as well, we'll be working out the legs to gain some strength and to warm up, and then we'll be stretching. What else? Yeah, so you need to prepare a knee pad or a cushion or a sort of firm pillow for the back knee whenever it's down. Something else to prepare blocks. If you don't have any blocks, you can have anything like small tables or maybe books if you have any small any kind of a boxed shape thing to support you throughout the whole practice. uh, yeah, good morning. Hi, Amj. Alrighty, I'll give you a minute just to prepare your mat and your props, and then I'll put the music on. Let me know if it's covering my voice, and we'll start right away. Alright, let's go to our mats and start. Alright, so we want to be seated. Just think of maintaining a straight back. Start connecting with your breath here. In and out through the nose. And gently we're going to roll down to our backs, connecting the soles of the feet together, dropping the knees to the sides, and relax all the way down. So here, think of regulating your breath in and out through the nose. You can have your palms on your thighs, on your belly, one on the heart, one on the belly. Close your eyes maybe, and just start relaxing here. Alrighty, I think we're good. Start sending your attention here to your breath, along with your inner thighs. Relax your muscles. Make sure your shoulders and elbows are relaxed as well. Spine is long and well resting down on the mat. Inhale deeply and exhale very slowly. And gently, with the help of the palms, we're going to start bringing the knees together, keeping the feet flat on the mat. Reach out to the right knee, bring it close to your chest. You can stay here, or you can start extending the left leg down. Again, shoulders are relaxed. Stretch as much as you need here. And gently dropping the right foot down, bending the left knee. Hug it to your chest. Stay here or start extending the right down. Calm your mind. And again, gently dropping the left down, bending the right. Bring both knees close to your chest here. And drop forward, coming into a seated position. But just make yourself comfortable here. Rolling the shoulders up, back and down to maintain an open chest. Think of the spine length and inhale your arms up. And exhale to drop your left. Dropping the elbow close to the leg and start stretching to your side. Maybe gazing up, think of sending the right shoulder towards the back to open the chest more, relaxing the neck. And gently inhale your arms back up to the center and exhale to stretch to the other side. Take it slowly here and listen to your body. And please, throughout the practice today, do not force any stretch. And inhale your arms back up to the center. And exhale to release your palms down. Bringing the right on top of the left knee, left palm behind you. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale to start twisting to your left. Keep the shoulders on top of the hip as much as you can. Have a deep breath in and gently exhale. Come back to the center, moving all the way to the other side. Lengthen your spine first and then exhale to twist. Have a deep breath in here. And exhale to come back to the center. Bringing the palms forward if you can. Come forward on all four. So maintaining the table pose here. Keeping the hands on their shoulders, knees hip width. Make sure your feet are relaxed. 5 rounds of cat-cow breathing. We're going to inhale to look up. Tailbone up. Drop your belly down. And exhale to tuck your chin to your chest, round your spine, push the mat away. 4 more here, follow your own pace, let your breath guide you. And gently exhale. And again, inhale. Every time you inhale, extend your arms. And every time you exhale, push the mat away, lifting the upper and middle back high to the ceiling. 2 more here. Finishing up the last one. And coming back to neutral back. Alright, from here, we're going to do circles with the right leg. So inhale the right knee to the side, send it back, and then bring it forward. And 2 more. Open, close the hip. Last one, open, bring it high, close the hip, and relax in table pose. Alright, doing the opposite direction, this time sending the knee towards the back. Bring it to the side, go as high as you can, and then lower down. 2 more. Inhale, open. Exhale down, last one. And relax in table pose. We're going for the other side here. Inhale, left knee up to the side. Send it back. Close your hip. 2 more rotations. And come back to table pose, going for the other side, knee towards the back first. Increase the range of motion here as much as you can. 2. And the third one. And come back to table pose. From here, we're going to send the knees to the edges of the mat. Connect your big toes. Sit on your heels and start stretching your arms forward, sending the chest and the chin down. If this is too much for your shoulders, you can just relax your forehead down. Regulate your breath here. And gently inhale, lift up. Coming back into table pose, fix the alignment, bringing the knees below the hip, relaxing the feet. And from here, let me take a step back. Keeping the hip above the knees, we're going to extend the arms forward, sending the chest and the chin down into puppy pose. So again, if this is too much for your back, if your chest is not down, feel free to just drop the forehead down. But think of the length you want in your arms, the stretch in your armpits. Planting the palms and the elbows down to the mat. Start shifting your weight forward, keeping the elbows below the shoulders, coming into Sphinx pose. So in Sphinx pose, we don't want to sink into the shoulders. We want to keep sending the mat away using the elbows, having some space here with the shoulders, gazing down. Take your time with the movement. Have a deep breath in and exhale to lower all the way down. Palms close to the chest. Tuck your toes. And with the help of the knees, lift yourself all the way to downward dog. As this is our first downward dog, feel free to start paddling your legs, bending one knee at a time. Move your hip from side to side, maybe your neck as well. And gently inhale, walk your feet forward to meet your palms, coming to the top of the mat into flat back. Gaze forward. Feel your leg muscles here, engage your quads, extending the legs, pushing the weight back with the hip to the heels. Have a deep breath in and gently exhale to round your spine and fold. Feel free to micro bend your knees here and go as deep as you can. And while keeping the back rounded, tuck your chin to your chest and inhale. Roll yourself all the way back up very slowly and let your head come up last and relax your shoulders down. To the top of the mat, we're going to connect the big toes together. Heels are slightly apart. And we're going to start with our sun salutations here to warm up. Opening the chest through the shoulders. Whenever you're ready, inhale, arms up. And exhale to fold forward. Inhale into halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, step your legs back into plank. Dropping the knees, we're going to bend the elbows, dropping the chest and the chin down, keeping the hip off the mat. And start tucking your tailbone in, sliding forward, inhale into cobra. So we don't want to stretch the arms, we want to keep bending the elbows, so the hip bones are down on the mat. Create some space here, shoulders are down, chest is forward. Feel it in your back muscles. Have a deep breath in and exhale. Lower all the way down, tuck your toes. With the help of the knees, lift all the way back to downward dog. Feel free to keep paddling your legs if you still need to. Warming up the legs here. Alright, and inhale, walk walk your feet forward, coming to the top of the mat into flat back. And exhale to fold. Inhale your arms all the way back up. And exhale to fold again. Inhale, flat back. And exhale to step or jump back to plank. Dropping the knees, dropping the chest and chin down into Ashtanga Namaskar, keeping the hip high. Slide forward, inhale into Cobra and hold. Keep bending the elbows, sending the shoulders down away from the ears. Have a deep breath in. Exhale, lower down, tuck your toes, lifting all the way to downward dog. 5 long deep breaths here. Let's start sending the heels down to the mat, pushing the chest towards the knees, lengthening the spine, relaxing the neck. Regulate your breath. And whenever you're ready, you're going to inhale the right leg up. Try to keep your hips squared here, so it doesn't matter how high you go, as long as the hip is squared. And think of sending all the way to the left heel. Have a deep breath in, and exhale, bring your foot forward between your palms, find your balance, and inhale, arms up into high lunge. Again, think of squaring the hip here, sending the left hip bone forward, arms are active, holding it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your palms down, keeping the left palm close to the foot, down on the mat. Or if this is too low, you can bring one of your props and inhale, right arm up. Keep extending the back leg. Try to lower your hip as much as you can. Have a deep breath in and exhale to drop your right palm down, pushing the leg back to downward dog. And we're going for the other side. Inhale, left leg up, keeping the hips squared. Start sending the right heel down to the mat. Feel an extra stretch in your calves and hamstrings. Have a deep breath in and exhale to bring your left foot forward between your palms. Again, find your balance here and inhale your arms up into high lunge. We're going to hold it here, extending the back leg, engaging the quads. Arms are active. Holding it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your palms down, keeping the right close to the foot. Inhale, left arm up and twist. Regulate your breath here. Keep extending the back leg. And have a deep breath in. And exhale, drop your palm back down, pushing the left leg all the way back to downward dog. And inhale, heels up, bend your knees, lower your hip, look forward, step or jump forward, coming to the top of the mat into flat back. Exhale to fold. And we have 2 more. Inhale, flat back. Extend your legs here, gaze forward. And exhale to fold. Try to go deeper. Last one. Inhale, flat back. And exhale to fold. Go as deep as you can here. Feel free to hold your legs. And maybe start shifting your weight to your toes rather than your heels to take a deeper stretch. Alright, and gently we're going to inhale the arms all the way back up. And exhale, palms together to the center. Alright, I think everything is good here. And again, inhale, arms up. And exhale to fold. Inhale, flat back. Have halfway lift, and exhale to step or jump back to plank. Dropping the knees, chest chin down, hip is high, and inhale into cobra. Exhale, lower down, tuck your toes, all the way to downward dog and breathe. Again, 5 long deep breaths here. Think of sending the heels down. If your heels are down, see if you can lift your toes up. So downward dog is an active pose. So think of engaging your muscles here. Core is tight. Quads are engaged. And send your chest towards your knees, pushing the mat away with the palms. One more breath here. And again, we're going to inhale the right leg up, hip is squared, go as high as you can. And exhale, bring your foot forward between your palms. Find your balance. We're going to inhale the arms up into high lunge. Alright, and this time we want to keep the right leg where it is. Start bending the back knee all the way down to almost touch the mat. And extend it again. We have 4 more. Bend your knee and extend. 3 and 2. Focus on your breath. We have the last one here. Find your high lunge. Alright, this time lifting the back heel as high as we can. Start extending the front leg. Find your balance, take it slowly. Engage your quads here for better balance. Reach as high as you can and start going forward. So we don't want to go down, we want to go forward. Think of sending the hip towards the back, lengthening the spine. Have a deep breath in and exhale. Bend the front knee, keep reaching forward here, squaring the hip. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping the palms down. Again, leaving the left palm close to the foot. We're going to inhale, right arm up. Give yourself some space with the left shoulder. So try to avoid sinking into the shoulder. Push the mat away with your palm. Have a deep breath in and exhale. Drop your palm down, pushing back to downward dog. Have a breath here and prepare for the other side. Alright, and from here we're going to inhale, left leg up. Go as high as you can. And exhale, bring your foot forward between your palms. Find your balance, inhale into high lunge. And again, keep on going deeper with the front knee, sending the hip down. And 5 breathing movements here. Have a deep breath in. Exhale to lower, bending the back knee. Inhale up, extend, exhale down. 3 more, inhale. Exhale down, last 2, inhale. Exhale down, last 1. Lifting to our high lunge. Again, this time plant back toes, lifting the back heel as high as you can. Start extending the front knee. Take your time, it's challenging for the balance. Reach up high. Engage both quads here. Send your hip back, reach forward. Take your time and hold it here. And gently start bending the front knee. Keep on aiming forward. Have a deep breath in and exhale. Drop your palms down. Keeping the right close to the foot. Inhale, left arm up and twist. Keep pushing the mat away with your right palm. Give your shoulder some space. And gently we're going to drop the left palm down. Pushing the left leg all the way back to downward dog. Alright, we're going to lift the heels up. Bend both knees. Send them all the way down to the edges of the mat. Connect your big toes, sit in child pose and relax. Catch your breath here. Calm your breath down. In and out through the nose. Regulate your breath. And gently lifting back up to table pose. Again, bringing the knees in, hip width. Relax your feet here into table pose. 3 rounds of cat-cow breathing. We're going to inhale to look up. Tailbone up, drop your belly down. And exhale into cat. Round your spine, chin to chest. Look at your pelvis. 2 more. Inhale into cow. And exhale into cat. Last one. Inhale. And exhale to round. Alright, going all the way to flat back. Send your hip back. And we want to bring the legs forward. Alright, so from here, think of keeping the back long, shoulders above the hip here, and start flexing, engaging the quads. So this is an active pose as well, sitting here in Dandasana. And the more you engage your muscles here, you're going to start seeing your heels floating off the mat. Activate your muscles. Have a deep breath in and gently exhale to release. Alright, and this time we're going to start engaging the muscles to point the toes. Again, the more muscles you engage, you're going to find your heels lifting off the mat. Keep thinking of the straight back, the open chest, and gently release. Alright, and from here start bending your knees, flex again, reach out to the back of your toes, and start taking steps forward to the maximum you can. So your maximum can be here, which is completely fine. Your maximum can be all the way that your legs are extended. Once you find your point, start sending the chest forward and up, lengthening the spine here. So we don't want a rounded spine, we want to maintain a flat back. Keep flexing as much as you can. Think of your flat back. And from here, even if you have your knees bent, if your belly is touching your thighs, start rounding your spine, folding, and going all the way down. Most importantly here, to keep engaging your leg muscles. So just to show you, so I'm not lazy here. I'm still extending the knee, engaging the quads, making it an active pose. Alright, and from here, inhale, look forward, reach your flat back wherever it is. Keep on gazing forward, all muscles are active, and gently exhale to round and fold and see if you can go deeper this time. For those who are already folding and their forehead is down on their shins, maybe you can take it to the next level by bringing the block here or the prop you have and hold it. If your elbows are still bent, maybe put 2. Challenge yourself, try to go deeper. And once again, inhale, look forward, find your flat back. Think of tilting the pelvis here, sending the butt towards the back, chest forward. Again, have a deep breath in and exhale, round your spine and forward. Think of making it an active pose here. And gently, whenever you're ready, inhale, roll yourself all the way back up. Alright, and from here, we're going to bend the right knee, send it to the outer side of your left thigh. You can always stay here, or if you can, bend the left knee, but make sure you're fully seated on your mat, you're not sitting on your heel. Right foot is completely flat on the mat, pointing the knee up. Inhale, arms up, lengthen your spine, and exhale to twist to the right side. Right palm behind you, left arm against the leg. Keeping the shoulders relaxed here. Have a deep breath in and exhale to come back to the center. Extending both legs. Give your knees a break. And to the other side. Bending the left. Send it to the outer side. Stay here or bend the other one. Again, make sure you're well seated on the mat, left foot flat. Inhale, arms up, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist to the left. Right arm against the leg, left arm behind you. Have a deep breath in and gently exhale to come back to the center again, extending both legs forward. Give your knees a break. Alright, and this time we want to support the back. Fingers pointing towards the back, bending both knees. We're going to bring the right ankle on top of the left thigh. Flex to protect your knee and keep pushing the knee towards the top of your mat. Opening the hip here. And take a step with the left foot closer to you, so go as close as you can. And maybe start sending your chest forward. So it's very important again here to protect your neck, is to avoid sinking into the shoulders. So we want to be pushing and lengthening. If you want to come to your fingertips. And again, think of sending the right knee towards the top of your mat. Deepen your stretch here. Alright, and very gently, we're going to start extending the left leg forward. Bringing the right ankle at the inner side of your left elbow. And then the right knee at the inner side of your right elbow. Interlace your fingers if you want, or hold your palms together. Send the chest forward, flat back. And start bringing the leg close to your chest here, and maybe lifting the foot as high as you can. If this is too much, you can hold your leg from here, wherever reachable. Keep sending the chest forward, lengthening the spine. And gently start rocking your leg from side to side like a baby. Feel the stretch going all the way through your leg, reaching out to your glutes. Alright, and very gently release your leg down. And again, support your back, fingers pointing towards the back of the mat. Bending the knees, bringing the left ankle on top of the right thigh, open the knee to the side and flex. First, bring your foot as close to you as you can, and then start sending the chest forward. Think of sending the shoulders away from the ears. Keep flexing here, sending the knee towards the top of the mat. Deepen your stretch. Regulate your breath here. Alright, and very gently we're going to start extending the right leg forward. Foot to one elbow, knee to the other elbow. Hold your leg, bringing the foot as high as you can. Leg close to the chest. Lengthen the spine. And gently again rock from side to side. No tension in the neck, please. Alright, and gently releasing all the way down. We're going to cross the legs, pushing forward, going all the way back to downward dog. Relax your neck here, regulate your breath. Alright, and from here, inhale, right leg up. Go as high as you can and open your hip. And then start bending your knee into scorpion tail. So here the knee aims high to the ceiling, while the heel is trying to go lower, closer to the butt. Think of sending the chest towards the right, opening the hip. Have a deep breath in here, and exhale to bring your knee between your palms, coming into pigeon pose. So here in pigeon, we want to maintain a closed hip. Again, think of sending the left hip bone forward and down. The front of the back thigh is completely on the mat. If you're here, that's completely fine. You can bring your prop below your right side and sit on it. Have a deep breath in here and exhale to drop your forearms and elbows down to the mat. Think of lifting the right butt off the mat, sending the left hip bone down as much as you can. Looking forward. Alright, and lifting back to the palms. We're going to start tucking the back toes, bending the back knee. And we're going to stay here. Activate the hamstrings. And gently leaving the left palm down, start opening your chest to the side. Hold your foot and bring it close to you. If you think you can take it deeper, see if you can drop your forearm and palm down, as long as you're bringing your foot closer to you, stretching the back quads. And gently release the back leg. Both palms down on the mat. Tuck the back toes, lifting all the way back to downward dog. Have a breath here. And inhale, right leg up. Open your hip, bend your knee into scorpion tail. Again, think of the hip opening here. Have a deep breath in. And exhale, bring your right foot between your palms. Drop the back knee. If you need a cushion or a knee pad, please bring it now. And untuck your toes for low lunge. So here we want to make sure that the right knee is not crossing the right toes, keeping the hip down as much as you can. Step one, we're going to lift to place the palms on the thigh. Keep aiming up with the spine, lifting from the crown of the head, pushing the hip forward and down. Step two, we're going to inhale the arms up, feeling heavy on the hip. And dropping the palms all the way down to the mat. Keep the right heel where it is. Start extending the front leg, lifting the right toes high. Send your hip above the knee, So we don't want to go too far. We just want the hip to be above the knee. Keep extending here, activating the quads and gaze forward. If this is too much, again, feel free to bring your prop, bring your blocks. Most importantly, we want to maintain a flat back. So it's better to be here than to be here. Think of your flat back. And let's take it a step deeper, moving the palms forward. Have a deep breath in here and gently shift your weight forward, bending the front knee, coming to our low lunge again. And inhale, arms up, feel heavy on your hip. Regulate your breath. And again, drop your palms down, going to our half split. Take it as deep as you can, think of your flat back. Alright, again, shifting the weight forward here, coming into our low lunge. This time, keeping the left palm close to the foot, we're going to inhale, right arm up and twist. From here, start sending the right knee to the side. Open your hip as much as you can. Feel the stretch here. And gently bringing the leg back, dropping the palm down. Reaching for our last half split. Straight back. Go as deep as you can. This time, shifting the weight forward, bringing both arms to the left side. Keep lengthening the spine here. Looking forward, and gently, if you can, if you want, start dropping your forearms and elbows down to the mat. You can give yourself some space here, sending the knee towards the right side, but keeping the foot flat on the mat. If this is too low, but the palms are too high, again, see if you can bring your prop, dropping the forearms and elbows here. Breathe into the lizard. And from here, if you're on your forearms, lift back on the palms, moving the right to the outer side. This time, as we send the weight back into a half split, start with control, lifting your leg up, take it a step forward. Maintaining a flat back. And from here, I want us all to bring the props or something high to keep the shoulders above the hip. So we don't want to be here. We want to keep the shoulders aligned with the hip. And then step by step, we're going to start stepping the foot forward and coming down. If this is your maximum, stay here. If you think you can go deeper, take a step. Start sliding your front heel forward. If you want to start lowering your prop, go ahead until you reach the maximum you can. If you're fine here without your props, have your palms down. Most importantly, lengthen the spine, keeping the shoulders above the hip. So again, if you're flat but here, it's better to be slightly off the mat, but using a prop, shoulders above the hip. If you're already flat here and you think you can take it deeper, inhale your arms up. Regulate your breath. If you're holding your props, try to take it a little bit lower maybe. And gently We're all gonna release. Start first holding yourself up using your prop, lifting the hip off the mat. Flex the front foot, lift it up, and again, all the way, dropping the knees to the edges of the mat, connecting the big toes, sit in child pose and relax. Regulate your breath here and prepare for the other side. And whenever you're ready, inhale, lift yourself back up into table pose, bringing the knees back in hip width, extending the legs, pressing into downward dog. And from here, we're going to inhale the left leg up, open your hip, bend your knee into scorpion tail. Again, think of sending the knee as high as you can, heel towards the butt, twisting the chest towards the left. Have a deep breath in here, and exhale, bring your foot forward between your palms, knee forward between your palms, coming into pigeon. Again, think of avoiding to sit with an open hip. We want to send the front side of the right leg all the way down to the mat, closing the hip. Keep lengthening the spine here, shoulders above the hip. Have a deep breath in and gently walk forward, lower to your forearms and elbows, gazing forward. Again, think here of sending the right hip bone down, lifting the left butt off the mat as much as you can to take a deeper stretch. Regulate your breath. And gently lift back up on the palms. We're going to bend the back knee, activating the hamstrings here, the glutes as well. And leaving the left palm down, we're going to start opening the chest, bring the foot closer. And coming all the way forward, take a step a little bit forward and towards the right side, keeping the back knee bent. Reach out to the back foot with the left palm. If you think you can take it deeper, drop your forearm and elbow down. Stretching both legs here. Gently releasing the back leg, plant your palms, tuck the back toes, lifting the leg up, pressing all the way to downward dog. And inhale, left leg up, open your hip, bend your knee into scorpion tail. Have a deep breath in here. And exhale, bring your foot forward between your palms. Again, prepare your cushion or your knee pad if you need it. I honestly have bad knees. Alright. Untuck the back toes, keep sending the hip down and forward. Left knee not to cross the toes. And again, first step, lifting the palms on the thigh. Keep sending the hip down and forward. And step two, inhale, arms up, feel heavy on your hip. Go as deep as you can here. Have a deep breath in. And exhale, drop your palms down. Leaving the left heel where it is, sending the hip above the back knee, Toes pointing up. Look forward. Think of stretching all the way here, the hamstrings and the calves. Maintaining a straight back. And again, shift your weight forward. Find your low lunge, arms up. Sending the hip down as much as you can. Dropping the palms down, leaving the right palm close to the foot. Inhale, left arm up. And again, start sending the left knee towards the left side. Give yourself some more space here. Open up your hip and stretch your legs. And gently bringing the leg back in place, dropping the palm down, shifting to our last half split. Reach as far as you can, as long as you're maintaining a flat back. Flex your toes, toes pointing up to the ceiling. And again, shifting the weight forward, bringing both arms in. Keep lengthening the spine, looking forward, sending the hip down into lizard. And right away, if you want to take it deeper, drop your palms and drop your elbows and forearms down to the mat. Keeping the left foot flat. And again, get yourself ready for the split. If you're on your forearms, lift back up to the palms, sending the left arm to the left side. Shift your weight back first to your half split. Prepare your props. Making sure the shoulders will be above the hip. Lifting the leg up. Taking step forward. If it's easier for you to tuck the back toes and lift the back knee off the mat, sending it back, that's completely fine. I just like to always keep the back knee in place. Lifting again, taking a step, take your time. Even if you know you can go further, take your time with each step to prepare your legs, to prepare your hip. Start lowering down maybe. Going deeper, sliding forward all the way to find your split. And think here of closing your hip. So you don't want to be here. You want to keep sending the right hip bone forward. Shoulders above the hip. Support yourself. Again, it's better to have the shoulders above the hip here with the help of the prop than to be flat but here. If you're flat on the mat, see if you can inhale your arms up, reaching high, holding the split here. Give your muscles the chance, the time to elongate. Breathe into your split. And very gently, we're going to start dropping the palms down. Reach out to your props. Lifting the hip off the mat. Lift the front leg. Bring it closer and closer and closer until you're able to reach out to your child pose. But this time we're going to keep both knees together, both feet together. Sit in your child pose. Sending the forehead down to the mat, or if you want to bring your cushion. And then send the arms towards the back, palms looking up, relax the shoulders down. Give yourself some time here to breathe. regulating the breath in and out through the nose. And very gently from here, start lifting back up, bringing the legs forward, lie down on your back into Shavasana. So you want to be sending the feet to the edges of the mat, extending both legs, dropping the feet to the sides to relax the inner thighs, extending the arms as far away as you can, keeping the palms up. Close your eyes and relax here. Give yourself some time to cool down, to just focus on your breath. It was a tough one, especially if someone is not really familiar with the splits or new to splits. So really give yourself some time here to just cool down, to breathe, to give your body a break. Your mind as well, because most of the flexibility work is mental as much as it's physical. So pushing beyond your limits requires some mental strength. It's more of a decision. So just breathe here. And think of inhaling deeply and exhaling very slowly as you breathe in your Shavasana. And for the next minute, the last thing to do, just think of relaxing your mind as well. Try to focus on your breath. So I would like to encourage you to stay here for as long as you need and finish up your own way. You can just start moving your fingers, your toes, rotating the wrists, twisting from side to side until you bring yourself back up into a seated position. So the thing is here that it took me so long that Instagram is giving me a minute before they end the live. So I just want you to relax here, take your time. Feel free to send over any questions, anything that you want to discuss, or maybe suggestions for the next classes. I'll be live every Saturday at 11 a.m. Until we see the end of this isolation. So have a good day, everyone, and thank you for joining, and namaste.